A review of Cats by Ike Holter. Look, what you need to know is that Cats doesn't like you. It doesn't want to impress you, it's got no need to please, and the biggest compliment I can give the movie is that it treats you with the same uncaring eye of your friend's mean-ass cat who allows her presence in its home when you come over. You are a guest in this house. The movie starts at you from the opening shot, which shows an old-timey London sky peppered with an image of a winking cat in the clouds. Yes, a cat in the fucking clouds winks at you. This is the film's attempted whimsy, but a normal human audience will sense that they are already being threatened by this film. Anyway, Cats is a legit horror movie about a white cat played by a black woman, more on this later, Christ, who falls in line with a grotesque crew of alley creatures that more resemble the new lineup of a Suicide Squad cast than an earthbound grouping of felines. Their inconsistent digital makeup sometimes gives the creatures whiskers that disappear from close-up to wide shot, ears that are closer to that of a badger than a kitten, and, most disturbingly, tails that strike with the rigid, blunt force of a duck's dick, then gets dragged back down dirty alleyways before they are caressed, coddled, or twirled. It's spooky shit. I hesitate to refer to these beings as cats, so for the remainder of this review, I'll just call them what they actually most resemble, and that is a monkey goblin. So anyways, these fucking monkey goblins are hopping around singing and dancing, basically performing an American Idol-style competition to prove that they should be the one to go to the heavy-side layer. A set piece that, depending on what kind of mind you have, legit looks like either a sex swing to the stars or the new Moulin Rouge ride at Six Flags. These monkey goblins be thirsty. One of the ghouls, played by Rebel Wilson, tries to prove that she should go to the heaviside layer by eating cockroaches with human faces, enslaving mice, and then rubbing her private parts. Lumpy, terrifying regions of plush and fur, scrubbed of any indentation by a digital artist working against the clock to Trojan horse this horror flick into theaters just in time for a family fun fucking Christmas feature. The Mufasa of this prideless mass is Dame Judi Dench. Her entrance music sounds like some shit that plays when Brendan Fraser sees Imhotep blow open the tomb in a fucking mummy movie. Grandiose, extra old school Universal monster shit. Woof. And that's when the movie truly turns into some Blumhouse twisted creature feature, going all the way gonzo and never looking back. See, Dame Judi is the Simon Cowell to this black woman playing a white cat, and the buck stops with her! I think director Tom Hopper wanted to endow her with a reverence, but intentionality has never been Cat's strong suit, and the way creatures regard her is cult-like and super sexual. She's Emma Goldman of the furries, and they revere her like Charles fucking Manson. And one of the most terrifying scenes I've ever seen in a film all year, the hashtag monkey goblins break into an old theater, drop from their hind legs, strike the downward dog position, and stick their jagged duck dick cat tails into the sky as their bodies shake and heave. It's supposed to be a sign of respect, similar to the Pride Lands bowing before baby Simba, but our theater reacted with a revulsion that occurs when you see the tail of a human centipede. Get it away! I heard a patron cried. They shouldn't be doing this! No! Stop! I took another edible from my pocket. I made it through both I could make it through this. But from the minute Judi enters the film, it descends into a Jordan Peele-ish look at race relations, class struggle, and a chilling race to best death itself. This is all unintentional, which makes it even more fucking scary. The formerly story light musical now becomes a third season of a Ryan Murphy show, burning through plots like a house on fire. Within a half hour, the monkey goblins are hunted by Idris Elba in order of weight class. Taylor Swift appears as a Thundercat and forcibly drugs an entire room full of fantasy creatures. And the beasts grow and shrink themselves at wanton abandon like it's a backdoor pilot for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Oceans rise. Cities fall. Hope dies. The horror grows as the movie goes. There's a moment where Idris Elba takes off his cat skin and shakes an invisible penile instrument. Sir Ian McKellen licks his fingers and says, "Meow, meow, meow." James Corden dressed like Mike Myers and running around a junkyard like the rat in the Charlotte's Web movie, stuffing a whole lobsters and sea creatures down his gullet. You hear about Sing Judi Dench's ring! Sure, but no one is talking about the unfinished cats who hang in the back of the theater scenes. Humans with boobs and pecs in unfinished motion capture suits. Specters from some fresh hell dimension slipping through the cracks in the Matrix. When Jennifer Hudson, who plays some kind of sex-shamed hyena monster, I don't even fucking know, goes up to Dame Judy Simon to audition herself as one of the go up to the heavy side layer, my homie was like out loud, "Yes, please take her and kill her so this can finally end." But it's not over. Because for the finale, the monkey goblins decide to watch the Hudson hyena monster go on the sex swing to the stars. They are outside, in public, as the sun starts to break. Is this like Gargoyles, where they all turn back to stone in the second sunlight hits? I thought, but no. Because as the monkey goblins meet the sunlight, Judi Dench turns her eyes to us! "She's figured us out!" I screamed as my 20 milligram of edible marijuana #Baba shook in my belly. Dench stares at us for what felt like an eternity, but was probably only 3 minutes of unbroken drama. "A cat's entitled to expect," she riddles in a voice that brings to mind the murderer Jigsaw from the Saw franchise. Oh shit, I didn't do that right. Her eyes are saucy and her gaze is sassy, looking like she's about to drop the hottest mixtape in the whole damn litter box. "So this is it, and this is that, and there's how you address a cat," she continues, rapping like Dr. Dre as her pussy posse clowns in the background. Also, her flow is not tight, son. And that's when the movie broke me. Judi fucking Dench, dressed like some dime store Aslan rapping T.S. Eliot, melted my fucking brain. "What does she want?" I cried out. "What does she need?" Then the movie ends. It just fucking stops. No falling action. No resolution. Nothing. Like Jason jumping out of the water into the last shot of Friday the 13th, the audience is allowed one final shock and then credits. It came from me. It came from my friends, my family, and it won, you guys. It fucking won. Last night I had a nightmare of the scene where the monkey goblins break into their theater and hiss like cockroaches as their duck dick tails point to the sky. I woke up in a cold sweat, grabbing for water, afraid to look outside and see the awful smize of a CGI cat creature in the clouds. I will never walk down an alley again without listening for a terrible Andrew Lloyd Webber synth machine hitting a B flat. I can't look to the night sky without fear of seeing a naked Idris Elba licking his lips saying, "Gotcha!" It's too late for me. But if you are of strong will, sure, go. But know that the fun of seeing camp stops quite quickly. And if you're not prepared for the fear, well, these cats just might come for you too.